So what's up, guys? So we had a problem, an outgoing problem, on the elections on Tuesday. It seems that a lot of people were still waiting in huge lines to go out and cast their votes. This is a problem that obviously has been going on since the beginning of the elections, and it's also a problem since we've been having for years, right, Kenneth?
Yeah.
I think in Texas, people waited 7 hours to cast their vote. They were leaving out of the voting areas at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning until they waited. I think Cali was almost the same thing, right? Yeah.
Cali was like 10-hour line.
Yeah. How
I
long you waited in
remember
Cali?
me personally, because I live in a not that big of an area,
Uh huh.
it was like maybe like 45 minutes.
45 minutes. I mean, people in
But
UCLA
I
were waiting
remember,
like 5 hours.
yeah, people at Santa Monica College was waiting like 10, 11 hours. They had a line that was like 4 or 5 blocks. Yeah.
It's just dumb. And I guess this happened today as well in Michigan and North Dakota and a couple other states where people were just waiting in line. And the first one, obviously, as the end of the night came in and the results came in, Bernie Sanders spoke out and said that he was outraged, and she suggested Democrats are engaging in voting suppression. It is something that is not new. Obviously, Republicans do it all the time as well, but obviously, Democrats have been doing it, especially against people. I mean, against the Bernie Sanders campaign in precincts that he's very
And another
popular.
thing is that where people could call him like a hypocrite or something.
Yeah,
He said it with California. He said about California too.
yeah.
I think he actually filed an injunction here in California to keep the lines open. He blew out California. So every say, oh, it's just because he lost. No,
No,
he
yeah,
did it in California too.
yeah. He's been calling it out since 2016 too.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing too is that this is something that happened in 2016 when Hillary Clinton. Democrats they want it's like Democrats try to play both sides, right? Because what they try to do is that when it's a primary, they like to do voter suppression. All right.
Yeah,
They don't like to register people. They want closed primaries. They want XYZ. But then when it comes to the general, they want to just hurry up everyone and try to get on the voter rolls again so they can vote for them.
yeah.
And so like you see like it doesn't work. Um but yeah, this is ridiculous. Especially because of the new technology allegedly.
Uh huh.
Uh, I don't know how it's failing this hard. I mean, it is ridiculous. It's just completely ridiculous.
Yeah, you see the lines right there. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people were saying, look, they keep bringing new machines. Even in California, they brought like a lot of new machines because supposedly machines didn't work, and even the new machines didn't work. I was like, how's that? How does that happen? Is that design? How do you have machines at the place those that do not function well, and then you say, no, we got backups, and then those machines don't function at all?
Yeah.
And it's just stupid because we're in 2020, right? A lot of people like to say we're in 2020. All these kind of things should be, fixed by now. Obviously, we know giving voting by just giving the papers and filling in the things, right? We have a
Right.
lot of technologies, like you pointed out.
Right.
And
And this is the thing as well too, because people give the government a lot of flack, and this is the thing that's really hilarious is that people talk about the government. Why would you trust them with healthcare? They can't get anything right. That's what I was saying. Most of the things that the government get are from companies,
yeah,
right? Like you remember the Shadow app, that was from a company. That was the government didn't make that. It
mm,
was they paid for it, right, along with some other people. Well, the Democratic Party paid for it actually, but it was still bad. Like you see what I'm saying? So it's like when they say like, oh, the government doesn't get anything right, it's like no, it's because they keep outsourcing it to companies that cut corners because in the United States right now, a government contract is a little bit more than a license to steal. That's it.
yeah.
It's been happening for over a decade now. Halliburton was a perfect example. I don't know if you ever see this thing called Iraq for Sale,
No,
War
no, no, no,
Profiteer.
no, no.
It's a pretty good documentary. But they tell you that in Iraq, when the war first started, this documentary came out years ago. That Coca Cola,
Uh huh.
you know how like you could go to the store and get like a 12 pack of Coca Cola
Yeah, yeah.
for like a 12 pack of Coca Cola for like what, like $3, $4, $5, $6,
Yeah,
depending on you live.
yeah, yeah.
In Iraq, for the soldier, it costs like $60, $70
Really?
per pack. Yeah, and then they were saying that companies were like to run up the bill to the government, they would like rent SUVs and then blow up the SUVs so the government give them more money, and the SUVs would cost like $100,000 a month, or I think it was $100,000 a month. We could actually buy the SUV for like half that.
Huh.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And they were just renting them.
yeah.
Oh, it was terrible. And like they were saying, it cost like to do your clothes cost like $99. When in the United States you get your clothes washed for like 25 cents.
Yeah,
And so it's just like it's a like I said, when I say contracts are licensed to steal, they're licensed to steal. And so when they make these deals to get these voting machines, these companies cut corners. I guarantee you they cut corners.
yeah,
They didn't care because why would they? And so when this happens, it ends up falling apart. Just like the Obamacare website, right?
yeah.
Which was made by another company, right? It
Yeah.
fell. It just always happens and these are people like would you trust a corporation with your healthcare? No, because you see corporations already have your healthcare. They already fucked it up. So,
Yeah, and also
so
a lot of these machines can be hacked very easily.
very easily.
Like we've seen those videos where like certain companies that are in India and in China made these kind of machines, and they say, yeah, we could teach you how to hack it. You just open
There
it
was
from
a
here.
there was a video from 2016 where a woman literally just pulled off the thing and hacked it in like what I think it was like 2 minutes,
Uh
1 minute, less than that, and she was able to get to change the votes, everything. I was just like, there you go.
huh. the we living in like democracy. We live with the biggest democracy in the
Oh,
entire world, the United States. Always first in everything.
oh.
First in voter suppression. And I thought, most people would say, "Oh, the hooligans do that kind of shit." And I was like, "Nope, both of them do it."
Because right
Doesn't.
now it's not about right or wrong. It's about playing for a team. That's what these people are. They're like playing for a team. Like, oh, why could you? It's like 'cause that's the only way that you can make sense of that stuff, right? Because you have people like I remember Bill Maher, I think last week, was saying that Democrats need to take money
Yeah, yeah.
from rich people,
I saw it. Take enough
and
money. Yeah,
right, and it's just like, why would you say that? Why would you want corruption?
yeah,
Because he doesn't care about corruption. He just wants his team to win.
yeah.
He doesn't care if you have to be as corrupt as hell. As long as his team wins, it's fine.
Yeah, it's the dumbest fucking take ever.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it boggles my mind. Obviously, this is what we're trying to fight for. This is the kind of bullshit that we have to deal
Yeah,
with. Even though most people will say, "Oh, I told you so." All right, but I mean, you're gonna have to change it little by little, and then it sucks because it's gonna have to be who you have to do it. You get me? Because you have to. Most people like just wait for someone to do it, and then you actually find out that you have to do something about it.
yeah,
Because obviously I mean, it's fine for the system. They're okay with it. They even embrace it to keep it happening. You see it, like people complain about it for years and years, and the system is like, okay,
yeah.
right? Essentially, that's what it is. I
Yeah,
mean,
because the thing is, they don't want you to vote because they want to keep power. Remember, the more people who vote, the more likely they are to lose power.
yeah,
What they're trying to do, they're trying to keep a balance. So it's like it's just enough people vote to keep them in power, and it looks legitimate, right? And so people don't get angry that they're in there, they're not legitimate leaders, but kick enough people out just to make sure that you don't change anything. Because you see all kinds of anti-democratic stuff happening in this country. Like you saw, when in Florida, they voted for felons to be able to get the right to vote again.
yeah,
So like if you went to prison in Florida, you could get the right to vote again. You could vote in Florida. Uh, and they were like, no, it's cool. They just passed the law, said no, you have to pay back the fines. So they start charging ridiculous fines and said, hey, you have to pay back the fines before you can vote.
yeah,
That's essentially poll tax, right?
yeah,
That's illegal in the United States. That's unconstitutional. And so there was a court recently that just said, no, you can't do that, and struck it down. But you see it all the time. I think it was in Michigan or maybe Virginia. I forgot what it was, but the Republicans were talking about, oh, we need to listen to the will of the people, blah 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 blah. And when the Democrat got put into office, they flipped the 180 and said, "Oh, they passed laws to make sure the governor had no power in that state." And they were like, "Oh, you can't trust the governor with that power because it was a Democratic governor, which is against theirs, and so he could veto all their stuff. So they took his power away. He's suing them now." And then I think it was in Michigan, or it could have been pretty sure it was Michigan. It could have been Massachusetts. I'm pretty sure it was Michigan, where they put on the ballot. I think it was I forgot what measure they put on the ballot, but they put a measure on the ballot, and then the voters were going to vote on it.
Uh-huh.
So just as the vote was coming in, and it was obvious it was going to pass, because once it in that state, once it passes by the will of the people, the government can't veto it, right? They can't change it. They have to do it. And so what they did was they once they saw that was going to win, they they passed the law. They passed the law that people wanted them to pass. That way they could repeal it later.
Yeah.
And then they were like, and then when they came out there, they when they asked him about it, like, why would you do that? He was like, well, I don't believe that this is the right thing. And then you have a number of other things. Cory Booker did it to the pharma bill, all that stuff. And it's just like you have these people who go into power, right? And they think that their voices should be louder than everyone else's. So every time you have the democracy working, they're like, no, 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 you don't know what you're talking about. You're wrong.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I do.
Yeah, yeah, that's not the right thing. And then they just lie about it, and then they never ask the question. But then they'll come out and say, I'll work for you. I believe in the will of the people because they want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous, and that's what you're seeing right now. Because it's like they say, oh, people reject Bernie Sanders. Well, people want Medicare for all too. Like you see, it's overwhelming in every state so far. There has not been a state in the Democratic primary where Medicare for all has not been the main victor, right? That has not had the majority, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet, I guarantee you, these people are not going to pass that bill because they take money from the insurance industry.
Yeah. It's a huge ratting fast system right
Oh,
now we have right now, and then obviously we had to change it, and I think it's slowly doing that because obviously people from the younger generations are waking up and they're ready to burn the fucking system down, and that's something they one day they have to wake up to,
yeah.
because people only have enough, so much bullshit.